So, hey guys, Bats here, and today we're back with another drug story. I know, it's fucking insane. There's no way. Dude, this is like the second coming of Jesus. I'm making a video, and it's not been like 8 fucking months. Anyway, we're actually back. I actually, for once, fucking kept my word about starting to upload more consistently. I guess I shouldn't toot my own horn yet. This is only the second video I've made consistently, but hey, look, we're gonna start doing this shit more, alright? I promise, boys. Anyway, today we are starting something very interesting, alright? Today we are starting what I'm gonna be calling the Dirty 30 Journey, alright, boys? So basically, a good like couple of months ago, I would say, God, what fucking month is it? God, it's been like 2 months now, so like July, June, I don't know, somewhere around there. But anyway, I started smoking Percs, right? The dirty 30s, the pressies, the Fent, and yeah, it was kind of fucked, not gonna lie. But I got some fucking decent stories out of it until the end. It gets kind of fucked at the end. But anyway, without any further ado, let's get into this very start of this with my first time smoking Percs. So, if you know me personally at all, you know I'm not an opioid person. Like, I've just never been into them. Like, I remember one time I had a bottle of Script Oxys. Those were cool. Nothing that crazy happened. I mean, I guess there's one thing, but I don't think I can say that on YouTube. But, I was never an opioid person. They never really got me that fucked up. It would just make my stomach hurt and, like, make me nod and shit. I don't know. For some reason, I was just never that into opioids. Like, I fuck with them, but, like, bro, I really wasn't into them. Until my homie, I'm not gonna say his name, but my homie, right? He's been a chronic perk smoker for a couple of years now. Alright, he got into it before, like, anybody even knew that, like, this shit existed, right? And, yeah, so he's been doing it for a while. He's kind of addicted. But he was like, bro, I'm telling you, you have to try this shit. I guarantee you're gonna love this shit, right? And I was like, man, I don't know. I don't really like opioids. I mean, okay. I don't know, it sounds kind of spooky, but, I mean, I'll try it. So, day comes around that he finally decides, all right, we're gonna get some Percs, and you're gonna try Percs for the first time, right? So we go, and we had to go on kind of a journey to get this shit, right? We had to walk like 45 minutes to this fucking random park to get this shit, right? And we sit there for a while. The plug finally texts. We go. Quick, speedy transaction, you gotta speed run that shit. You gotta fucking just trade hands like a fucking business handshake, sealing a deal. Let's conduct business, and you're out the jam. And, so we go all the way back to, near where we live, which took a while. That was almost another, like, 45 minutes getting back. And, eventually we get to, this park. And we go inside, and we stop at the spot that we always smoke at in there. There's this one spot, the fucking helicopter. Alright, ignore that, but there's this one spot, right, that we go to in this fucking park. And, it's not too off trail, but it's, nobody really goes there, so it's a decent spot. But so we go out there, there's a little log you can sit on and shit. And yeah, it's pretty dope. But, so we go over there, and we sit down. He whips out the tin foil, he puts it on, whips out the straw. He explains to me how you do it, right? So, I don't know if I should explain this. I'm probably gonna get some angry parents in my fucking email or my comments or something fucking screaming at me. But, like, basically you just put the perk on on top of tin foil. I'm pretty sure you're supposed to put the shinier side up, if I remember correctly. and you put the straw in your mouth, and then you put the lighter underneath the tin foil, and it'll start doing. You tilt it down so it makes like tracks and shit. And I didn't know this at the time, but like depending on like how the tracks look and shit, you can kind of tell if it's like fent or heroin. Sometimes you'll even get fucking both in there. And that sounds kind of scary, but when you're a perk, like when you do perks, like, dude, you hear fent or like heroin and you're in that shit, bro, you're like, yes sir, let's fucking go. Yep, give it to me right now. But we weren't at that point yet. I mean, I knew that that's like what was in it, and I was still kind of skeptical about it, right? And I was really scared to like take a big hit, because I hear all the stories about like, oh, you take one bump of fentanyl and you fucking fall over, start hitting the juice world, convulsing and dying and shit. And I'm like, oh shit, that sounds fucking spooky, right? So I was still a little spooked, but I'm not gonna let that shit stop me. All right, I'm bats the cheese. I'm a fucking crackhead. All right, I've got like it's my responsibility as a druggie to do this, right? Not only for your entertainment, but for mine. And so he hits it a couple times, just as like an example of like kind of how to hit it and shit, and he passes it along, and I had no idea what he was on about. I was so confused. I did not understand the concept at fucking all. So he has to assist me and help me hit this shit, but eventually we get it going. I take a good hit, and then I'm like, hey yo, because this, I don't even know how to describe this. For some reason, smoking 30s was just so different from other like opioids I've done. For some reason, like I just don't usually like them, but for some reason, Percs, there's something about them, and I still to this day don't really know exactly what it is. I mean, like it tastes like kind of like popcorn, so it's like, it doesn't taste bad. It's also really convenient. It literally only lasts like 15-30 minutes. And it's just, I don't know, there's just something about it that was so appealing. I don't know, it's like having other stimulants, right? Like you have Adderall or fucking Vyvanse or something, and then you go and you do coke. That's what it was like. Like that's the best comparison I can make, because it was just on a whole nother fucking level. But anyway, so we go back to my house, right? And I got the studio, we chilling there. We're listening to beats and shit like that, bumping music. And, then that day I was gonna hang out with my girlfriend, who, at the time, we had only been dating for like a good like week or two, which is kind of fucked up that I was already like doing like hard shit, with like around her and shit. But I was like, dude, like she knows I'm a druggie, like come on now. But anyway, we get to it, and she gets there, and we're all chilling in the studio. We hit the perk a couple more times, and I have my first little nod with Percs, right? So I was sitting there, and like I went to blink, and then my eyes were just like stuck. I couldn't open them. I wasn't like falling asleep or anything really, but like I would just like I would like go to blink, and then they would just get stuck. And I had to try really fucking hard to open them. But it was like, it was like, it sounds scary, but it was actually like it was a good experience. And like, dude, the music sounded so fucking good, and I was just like, I was basically just floating there. I was straight chilling, boys, let me tell you. And eventually, me and my girlfriend were like, all right, look, we have business to attend to, and we decided to leave my friend in the studio, right, go to the other room, because I have 2 rooms in my house, and one's the studio, one's my bedroom. So I'm like, all right, look, we have business to attend to. If we leave you here, are you gonna destroy the room? All right, are we gonna come back and everything's gonna be on fire? Can I leave you in here without you hurting yourself or something? Because he's like, this is a man who managed to somehow hurt himself while lying down. He managed to fall down while lying down. How do you do that? How do you fall lying down? So like, I'm very reluctant to leave this man in the room alone, but I'm gonna tell you, it was worth it. Alright, I'm gonna spare you the details, but dude, sex on Percs fucking hits. That shit goes cuckoo. Alright, Not much more needs to be said, just that shit goes cuckoo. Now, there isn't really too much eventful things that happened this day. I mean, you know, we smoked a little more, you know, got pretty fucking zooted, and, you know, eventually everybody goes home, and, you know, we're all chilling. And yeah, that's pretty much it for this story. But yeah, that's my first time smoking Percs. It was a really good experience, and it actually kind of like, you know, this one like good experience kind of like changed my mind about opioids and like kind of got me like into Percs. And that's how the Dirty 30 journey begins, boys. So watch out for more parts of this. I want to get to telling some more recent DXM stories that have happened, because I have some good ones with that. Maybe even an acid video, because I've never done one of those, actually, now that I think about it. So yeah, I think I'm actually gonna do that as my next video probably, and then look out for other parts of this series. Anyway, go ahead and check out my album that just dropped. It's called Mood Swings. I've already done an explanation of this in like another video. I don't want to do it because I'm lazy, but yeah, go check that out. There's a lot of different styles of music on there. I'm going to be releasing a deluxe for it soon that I have in the works. It's almost done. You know, if you want to see more of these drug stories, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, leave a comment, you know. Let me know that you guys want to see this shit, and, you know, I'll keep putting it out for you guys. But, you know, anyway, without any further ado, I think I'm gonna get the fuck out of here. So, have a good one, stay zooted, and I'll see you boys later. Peace.
Accuracy gon' get me through, I hope I don't lose it too. Off the pills, I think she knew, I'm so high, I'm through the roof. Accuracy gon' get me through, I hope I don't lose it too. Off the pills, I think she knew, I'm so high, I'm through the roof. Off the sip, I'm feeling good, might roll up another one. I want love, but don't think that I should. Should've listened to my friends, all those texts I wish I sent, but it don't matter in the end.